Lads, lasses, people with glasses, and of course all those in between, my name, in case you didn't already know, is Howlslash. And first off, in case the sound on this is a bit dodgy or off, I'm recording this on the headset on my Turtle Beaches. Unfortunately, I've left the cable for my blue snowball at my girlfriend's house, so sorry about that. Secondly, this is the first time, I believe, I'm pretty sure this is the first time I've uploaded actual gameplay from Black Ops 2. And so far, I've been having a lot of fun with this. I'm actually really enjoying the game. As far as I'm concerned, by far better than Modern Warfare 3. One of the big things that's always getting us in most FPS games is when you shoot somebody and they don't die, it really gets on me tits. Whereas with this, if I've shot somebody in this and they haven't died, it's been because I haven't actually shot them enough. And not just a case of, or you know, it's. I'm trying to think of the best way to think of it, or best way to say it. Sorry, and it just seems balanced. It's like if you hit somebody with a sniper rifle, 90% of the time they go down, unless it's like a leg shot or something like that. And it's the same as, you know, like if you hit somebody with a pistol, they won't necessarily drop first shot, because a pistol wouldn't necessarily kill you at first shot, depending on where they hit you. It just seems a lot more balanced, this COD. So, personally, I think, like I said, it's been brilliant. On explosions, if you're near an explosion, it gives a lot better damage. You know, if you actually get hit with the explosion, you know, like RPGs, anything, stuff like that, you die. At least that's been the way it's been so far. Whereas with like Modern Warfare 3, you could take an RPG to the face and just shrug it off. Or it seemed as if that was like what everybody else who ever shot with RPGs seemed to do. Which, if you're much of a gamer, much of an FPS gamer, which I'm assuming you are since you're watching an FPS video, that's one of those things that annoys a hell of a lot of people. Hit markers, sponging, things like that, really gets on me tits. So, but anyway, like I said, this is what, sorry, I'm trying to do all this in one take as well because I want to go to bed and I'm feeling pretty much fucked. But anyway, so you see, like there, hit the guy once, didn't kill him, and because you know I was actually able to hit him the second time, he dropped. Awesome. So anyway, one other thing, well, no doubt I'll mention other things as I do more commentaries on Black Ops, but the fact of with this one that you can drop your weapons and you can just, well, you know, you can leave them out. You don't have to even put them in on a class. It's today I've been running around with just a knife, stun grenades, and a tomahawk. That's it. I mean, I like playing with lightweight gear anyway, but the fact that you can now go with just a knife, you don't have to equip anything else at all in the entire game, apart from yeah, that's it. You can, if you want to, you can start off a match like that, have all of the perks, and just start the game with the intent of picking up another weapon. You know, that's fantastic. That is awesome. And this is, as far as I'm concerned, this is the best COD that I've played so far. It's been brilliant so far. But so well, as you, as you can probably guess, I'm loving this so far. Unfortunately, it would happen to come out just as the week that I start to go back and spend a bit more time at work, but you know, c'est la vie, so such as life, all that sort of shite. Anyway, the second thing I want to get at is it's been all over the radio today, and I think it was yesterday a little bit as well. In the UK, they're talking about changing some of the laws in regards to young drivers. What they're talking about doing is making it legal for a young driver to carry passengers. It's going to be okay for you to carry family members, but not friends. So I think, you know, that if they're talking about making this a law, they're going to have to specify this a hell of a lot. You see, I mean, you've got to consider, if you're a young driver in the UK is classed up, you're a young driver until the age of 25. I knew people that had kids at school at the age of 13. Now that child would be classed as family. You know, obviously I'm talking about, you know, once you hit 17 and you can drive. But that child would be your family. So it would be okay for you to have your child in the car, but you couldn't have your boyfriend or girlfriend in the car with you, who was just your child's parent. if they just make it legal to have passengers who aren't related. So, I mean, how's that going to stand? Or is it going to be a case of, like, my mum and dad split up when I was really little, when I was really young. And my mum, over the years, she's had a boyfriend. When I passed my driving test, would it be illegal for me to go and pick up my mother's boyfriend if she couldn't? Because he's not actually family. So, I mean, where does that stand? How is this going to work? Is there going to be an age recommendation on how old a passenger has to be? Can you only not carry other young passengers? I mean, what if it's a stepbrother? Well, I suppose a stepbrother would technically be family through marriage. So, but it just seems this is going to be well, personally, I think it's all just this is one big con by the government, in my opinion, to try and get more people spending money and more people on the roads. Because I understand the point of, young drivers are meant to be more dangerous than older drivers, more experienced drivers. I totally understand that. Which is, if a young driver is carrying more passengers, or carrying passengers around with them, and that, they feel the need to show off and they have an accident, that could potentially be a whole group of kids killed. Which, nobody wants to happen. Nobody wants to see that. Anything like that go on, they happen, really. Oh, I hate team killing. But, and I just realised how badly timed that sentence was. Well, so, but yeah, so I can't understand that side of it. But the government they're getting these, people that have had this happen to their children, they're getting them on board to support this action. Now, I've got a big problem with that, you see, because I believe that the government is just using those people to try and get what it wants. You see, it is a good idea to maybe have more restrictions on younger drivers. However, if a young driver isn't allowed to carry any passengers up until a certain age, that means that young driver, say if I was 17 again, and I wanted to go out with all my friends. I wanted to go out and say there's 5 of us, and we would have all normally gone in one car, gone off somewhere, spent the day out doing whatever we would, and come home. That means that there's now 5 cars that have to go on the road, 5 cars that have to be taxed and insured, 5 cars that have to have fuel put in them, and 5 cars that have to be maintained, and 5 more cars on the road that could potentially cause an accident. Which, all of those things are going to cause or give the government money. That it's been quite, as far as I'm concerned, that the government here is, the British government has been very sneaky with that. It doesn't add up in my head. I really do not understand how they thought that this would be a great idea, other than the fact that if there's a car accident, that there'll be less chance, or there'll be less people who'll die. But I mean, surely you could say the same thing about, like plane crashes. If they don't put as many kids on planes, and if a plane goes down, there won't be as many kids die. But, it's... I'm going to say for the last time, I personally believe if this law goes through, it is purely down to the government pushing it because they will get more money. There we go. Anyway, look, I hope you've enjoyed my ranting. If you haven't, fuck you. And like I said, though, honestly, I hope you've enjoyed it. If you haven't, tell us why. If you have, show us some love, like, favourite, comment, subscribe if you want to. And that's it. Thanks very much.